Before then, what you had to do is use a fragment shader and calculate what the shadow was, whether it was in shadow or out of shadow, based on a number of conditions, multiple texture reads within the shader. And that was in the fragment shader. That's every single pixel on the screen is being given this fragment shader to execute, and it was a very expensive process. So what I thought was, if I could reduce all that to a single texture read and then put all the data somewhere else in a texture where things like static entities cast the same shadow, the shadow doesn't move, why should I have to go and calculate it every single frame? Because that's ultimately the cost. So what I did, I put all the static stuff in that kind of dynamic texture, and then I read from that texture, and the performance went crazy. I went from something like 54 frames per second to 131 frames per second, and then I found, because I was storing the shadow and they didn't need to be calculated after the initial render, I could switch off the rendering of the shadow objects themselves, and they went from 131 to over 200 FPS.